Владельца этой удочки невозможно захватить врасплох, разве что произойдет что-нибудь неожиданное. Волшебное оружие для истребления определенного вида существ, в данном случае воробьев. Стрела тяжело ранит любого воробья, в которого попадает бедные маленькие птички. Если поднести эту ракушку передачи к уху, слышен слабый шепот, но как ей пользоваться, неясно. Одна из реликвий мятежных детей – глубинные дуэры. Дети не нашли в хранилище ничего полезного и были обескуражены. Но утром сын хранителя убежища, восхищенный детьми, отыскал их и принес множество предметов, созданных в тени.
Don't wander far. We need to talk.
What I won't do is send any more of our people. But I will, damn it!
One day I'll catch a break.
Last night's best bargains right here.
Джорах и Кладета Амстер, Хоса Домингес, Сероглазка Мудрая, Арфина Дюшан, Эло Ухур, Бу и его друг, таинственный мистер Плак Ди, Джей, Маллиган, Айлкай, Элопа и Майлз Лотс, Алиси Грегор, Джейми и Анна Бёрн, Грейс и Дилон Ков Арткулах.
What I won't do is send any more of our people into the curse.
Старая карта региона, которую вручную исправляли по мере изучения окрестностей. На ней сделаны пометки. Вход в город закрыт мощным проклятием. Лунные башни – средоточие зла. Застава, высадка, место нападения. Винокурня, припасы. Заброшенный дом, тени становятся длиннее.
If you have an alternative in mind, please.
Чтобы извиниться перед другом, на которого я на днях сорвались, я купили кружку горячего шоколада и попытались научить друга искусству приготовления сильного лечебного зелья. Он посмотрел на рецепт, на горячий шоколад и, наконец, на меня. После чего встал и вышел, не сказав ни слова. Наглый мелкий говнюк. Рецепт 1: зелье великого лечения, необходимые экстракты. Зола бальзамина, соли разломника, древесной коры, да чего угодно, на самом деле. Метод, да просто свали все в миску и перемешай, тоже мне искусство. Если алхимик ответ не найдет, правило 3 на помощь придет. Прожить бы без боли хотя бы 3 дня, это бы очень взбодрило меня. Мне нужно заняться платиновой чешуйкой. Хватит тратить время попусту. Займитесь уже чем-нибудь, чем угодно. Я хочу, чтобы боль ушла. Я больше не могу ее выносить.
Please. Be welcome. Have a drink. To your very good health.
You perceive a faint hint of cloth grass, a herb that is said to elicit the truth. Jahira smiles at you knowingly.
It doesn't spoil the taste, if that's what you're wondering. Bottoms up. Well over a century old, and yet it hasn't lost a hint of flavor. Still not quite so sure about you, though. People tend to lose more than just flavor when illithids get their hands on them. I speak from experience. There's an air about you. Something alien. Answer me true and do not lie. The parasite is changing you, isn't it? Just answer the question. Good. I will take your word for it. And hold you to it, too. I have every reason to be cautious. I've traced people like you. People with parasites in their brains. All the way here from Baldur's Gate. The cult of the Absolute is spreading through the city. Quietly, quickly, and with unsettling deliberation. We tracked them to this ancient village, only to be faced with a man we killed and buried over a century ago. Believe me, he was well and truly dead. I locked his corpse in the Thorn Mausoleum myself. He was a Sharan once. Took to building an army of dark justiciars beneath this very village. Alongside the local druids, we made it our business to see him deposed, dead and buried. But he's returned. Not only does General Ketheric Thorn live again, it seems he is no longer mortal. He has become, in fact, invincible. We met him on the road here, commanding an army of the Absolute, intent on destroying Baldur's Gate. I put an arrow through his eye myself, only to watch him pluck it out like a splinter. He healed right in front of me and chased us into the shadows. Things looked hopeless, but experience has taught me that no matter how bleak things look, there's always hope. You are that hope. Protected by your artifact, you can infiltrate his forces at Moonrise Towers, posing as a true soul. Find out what it is that makes him invincible, so we can strip him of his advantage. Once Ketheric is without his shield, the sword, together we assault his tower and put a final end to this blight. You're the only one who can get inside the towers. You were born for this mission. Or made for it, rather. Besides, you need this. You need to heal yourself of your infection. Any cure starts with understanding the disease. Whatever magic Ketheric's using to control these tadpoles, it must be at Moonrise. Until then, we keep drinking wine when we meet. You're not our only secret weapon. Isobel, a faithful cleric of Selûne, and a light in the darkness. She cast the moon shield around the inn. It's the only reason we're still alive. She's upstairs in her chambers. Tell her I sent you, and she'll see you through the shadows safely.
Premium trinkets and doodahs.
Не впервой. Воспротивиться действию сыворотки правды в разговоре с Джахейрой. От одного героя к другому. Встретиться с Джахейрой и постараться остаться у нее на хорошем счету.
Don't be shy. Have a gander at the finest stock.
Your move, Maul.
You trapped me? I didn't even want to take this one.
Kalimshan rules, dear. The first piece touched is the first piece moved.
That's garbage! No matter where the night goes, I'm gonna lose it!
Then make the sacrifice useful. Guard your Mistra, or come for my Cyric.
What's going on here?
Look who made it! For once, I saved your butt out there, didn't I? We're square now, Chief. Say, do you play lance ball by any chance? It's my first time playing.
The keen gleam in Moll's eyes reveals the lie. She knows the game well, and she wants to win.
Always laid a fine trap for you, Mole. It looks to me like his Cyric could be dethroned.
How's that for Kalimshan rules?
Brava! Lovely work. I see I was right to make you the offer I did. You will consider it, won't you? What a lovely specimen she is. A blushing apple begging to be plucked.
Please let me smack this creep.
She cheated, of course, but that's half her charm. My favorite kind, ambition. But don't you worry about Moll. It goes without saying she still has the unconditional freedom to choose the only option she has left. Now, let's talk about you. I sense there's something you want to ask me.
I do. I have a proposal for you.
A proposal? If you're hoping to taste my blood, little vampling, think again. It burns hotter than wyvern whiskey.
This is serious business. Devil. Well, a long time ago, someone carved infernal runes into my back. They're a fragment of a contract. I'd like to know what the full contract says.
Oh, such impatience. It's something very important to your master. But is it a love letter, a warning, or a deed of ownership? I could give you all the gory details. But of course, you'll have to do something for me first. Let me think about it and get back to you.
You'll get back to me. This is important, Devil. When?
Don't worry, I'm motivated to help you. Scars often tell such wonderful stories. I think yours might be truly exquisite. I'll see you soon.
Premium trinkets and doodahs.
Перестановка фигур. Вмешаться в ход партии в копейщики. Цисканская тактика. Помочь, мол, выиграть партию в копейщики. Помочь коротышке. Помочь, мол, выиграть партию в копейщики.
A blushing apple begging to be plucked? Raphael's angling for the girl's soul. We should at least try. The girl's as bold as a lamb cavorting in a lion's den. But I think she's clever enough to flee before the jaws close around her neck. One way or another, she'll see there's no winning Raphael's game, and she'll walk away. You've seen what happens when a bound soul reaches for freedom. I can't imagine what cruel penance Moll would pay if she were ever to resist that fell bastard.
Always a delight to speak with you.
Don't be shy. Have a gander at the finest stock.
Perhaps a bit more of this. Ah, you found your way. Good. I thought I'd scout ahead, check for any nasty surprises, of which I found a great deal. Shades, death, harpers, flaming fist, and this, of course, and the makings of an alchemist's workbench. Ingredients, too. There's a recipe I'm trying to replicate. Something that might help you. That is, if you're still going to help Wulbren and the others. In that case, you'll be very pleased to learn what I have in store for you. A new type of smoke powder. All the bang and boom of the original, but with an extra surprise. I call it the Brilliant Retort. You'll need it if you're going to survive this cursed place. You'll need it if you're going to get into Moonrise Towers and help the Deep Gnomes taken prisoner there. You'll need it if you're going to save Wulbren. They didn't get trapped. They were kidnapped. Taken against their will by those cultists. If I ever get my hands on one of them... well... with you on the job, perhaps I won't have to find out. I'll do my part, according to my talents. And you, I hope, will do yours. The Brilliant Retort will aid you. Thus, I will make it. Unless you've got access to a 300-year-old Tempusian apothecarial almanac? No. But that's for me to worry about. You do whatever it is you do. Some of us are counting on you. What now? No! And pestering the craftsman won't speed things up. I'm sure you would.
Льона многомужняя использовала эти перчатки, чтобы оставаться незамеченной среди статуй у себя во дворе. Это позволяло ей ускользать от своих бесчисленных супружников. Что угодно за минутку тишины и покоя. Говорит не только язык, но и все тело. Жест имеет силу. Подумать только, как много слов утешения можно сберечь и отложить на потом, когда достаточно и объятий. Эта обувь на гибкой подошве некогда принадлежала Адриене Лазине, которая по удивительной иронии судьбы сбежала из цирка В и нашла пристанище в доме. Так называли себя странствующие кукловоды, которые пришлись ей очень по душе.
Now, if you're done rifling through my things.
We'll leave soon, and we don't want any...
Thought you'd be 10 yards tall the way Zevlor spoke of you. Ceres, Scout. Seems we missed one another at the Grove, but the others told me how you helped us. A pity. You pulled them from one death trap, only for me to land them in this one. Gone. And more than half the others with him. We were ambushed, out in the cursed lands. Cultists of this absolute. Zevlor froze, begged us to surrender. But they were toying with us, making examples. And we'd had enough of taking it. Those of us who cut free just kept running till we found this place. The others... maybe the cult got them. Maybe the curse. Zevlor had hope. It didn't save him. A little sense will serve us better, I think. But... thanks. It was sweet of you to try.
You're all right. Thank goodness. I was worried they'd got you too. I keep replaying it. Over and over in my head. They lined us up like dogs. Asherak was with the kids, telling them it was going to be all right. Maybe that's why they picked him. Told him to kneel. They took his eyes first. Then his tongue. Roland, of all people, saved us. He said he stayed in the Grove because of you. And I'm damn glad of it. Without him, well, none of us would be here. Yes. He shielded me and the kids, while his brother and sister rushed the cultists. Cal and Leah were dragged away, along with the others. Roland isn't taking it so well. None of us are, to be honest. How do you do it? How do you keep going? You're made of sterner stuff than me, then. You've done so much for us already. But I have to ask. The others might still be out there. If they're not dead, they're in Moonrise. And gods have mercy on anyone in that hell's pit. Thank you. If anyone can manage it, you can. Just be careful up there, all right? I can't handle anyone else dying.
Улыбка всегда кстати. Дать обнадеживающий ответ на вопрос Альфиры.
Why would anyone keep such neurotic creatures as pets?
Wanna dance?
Yes, I'm well aware.
Hiss! I say hiss! This is my territory, and you're in it. I'll allow it. Good of you to notice. For my part, I have noticed the cleric is a liar. She promised me a bit of milk. But do you see any milk, do you? Nor do I. Disgraceful. I slinked, of course. You've had enough. Now go. Quickly. Yes.
Isabel's in her room upstairs. She'll be expecting you.
All right, what now? Swift as my feet can carry me.
Good to see you're still breathing. It's the best we can hope for.
Дневник написан старомодным почерком, но страницы его выглядят так, словно почти не состарились. Сколько еще я буду здесь торчать? Я надеялся быть во вратах Балдура еще неделю назад, но проклятая таможня не принимает мои бумаги. Вот разозлится отец, когда об этом узнает. Городок какой-то чудной. Жители ходят крадучись, как будто что-то прячут, а святилища лунной девы выглядят неухоженными и заброшенными. Я надеялся узнать больше о местном лорде Китерике Торме, но стоит мне о нем заговорить, как местные словно с цепи срываются. Не знаю, сколько я еще выдержу в этом отвратительном месте. Несколько имен были вычеркнуты одно за другим на внутреннем ободке кольца. Последнее осталось нетронутой, но это не имя. Там значится просто «моё».
If you have an alternative in mind, please do propose it.
Nice to see a friendly face come out the shadows for once.
An extra blade could be the difference between rescuing Duke Ravengard or losing him forever. I hope you'll help us.
You're heading into the towers, are you? Good. I pray it's not too late for Duke Ravengard.
If you're poking around this god's forsaken place, you must have someone in Moonrise too. Hope you find them.
He still won't speak. Just keeps going with the bloody song.
Nothing of use on his person.
His original writ of duty, signed by Eltan himself. Fella must be one of the very first Flaming Fist.
He must know something. Let's not give up on him yet.
Floric.
Hells. I know that voice. Will? In Timora's name, what happened to you?
The Hells have had their vengeance, and I doubt they are done with me.
Ye gods. Fate has no shortage of troubles to burden us with. I don't suppose you found a way into the towers? I trust you will do everything you can to free the Duke. But in case you don't find a way, I'll be heading to Baldur's Gate to seek reinforcements. The Council sent a carrier pigeon with news that the city has been dealing with absolutist attacks. The Steel Watch is holding strong. I'll request that Lord Gortash send some of them to aid in the fight against Moonrise. The curse won't harm them.
Holy shit. That's my old boss. The guy who sold me to Zariel.
Gortash, as in Enver Gortash. Last I knew, he was a minor player in city affairs.
A lot's changed since you left Baldur's Gate, Will. Gortash has gained considerable influence since then. Lord Gortash is the man responsible for the creation of the Steel Watch. It's no wonder he earned the title. The Steel Watch are the future of warfare. Gondian automatons that can be sent into battle without risking any lives, except those of our enemies. Lord Gortash had only completed work on the prototypes, before Ravengard and I left for Elturel, but even they were formidable. With the Steel Watch at our backs, we can storm the tower whatever Ketherick throws at us, I'm sure of it. I'll do my best, but there's every chance I'll fall to the curse of all the cult before I reach the city. Don't count on me and assume no aid is coming. Work with Jaheira. That Harper's mind is as sharp as her blade. Follow her guidance. Farewell. We'll meet again, God's willing. The journey back to Baldur's Gate won't be easier, but your task here is harder still. Timora be with you.
Heard you're meant to be heading toward the towers. I'm not as hopeful as Floric. For my money, we're better off strategizing without him.
Shadows, they get darker. Place is bright.
Flame color. That's your name, isn't it? Art color? I'm Fistula.
Nathaniel and me are climbing up a tree.
We need you, sir. One of our own's been taken, a Grand Duke. You might know something that could help us bring him back.
We found him out in the shadows, just wandering. Nothing survives out there for long. Don't know how he made it, or where he came from.
This is no physical ailment. It is a spiritual malaise. The man's mind has been gripped by the Shadowfell, yet it has not broken.
Really? Could you bring him here? You'd be glad of the help, wouldn't you, sir? You hear me, don't you, sir? You might not be able to answer, but you hear me. A century locked inside a Sharan curse will do things to a man. But you're not alone, sir. We're here with you. And I'm sure you've got relations, maybe some long-lived friends even, who want to be seeing you. If you know how to get through to him, don't hesitate.
Daniel.
The patient is physically well, but psychologically detached, dissociated from himself. Without a reminder of who he is, of what he held dear, his mind will remain lost to the darkness. His fingertips sport calluses and toughened skin, as if from manual labor, or playing a stringed instrument, perhaps.
This was in his pocket. He doesn't seem to have any reaction to it now, but he held on to it for 100 years anyway. If he does, he isn't sane.
There seems to be some kind of document protruding from this gentleman's pantaloons.
Last night's best bargains, right here.
Исполнитель. Арт Гджмакс. Звание. Пламень задания. Собрать информацию о происходящем в лунных башнях и их округе, находящихся под управлением Кетерика Торма из местной династии Торм. Приказ. поселиться в таверне «Последний свет» и начать расследование на заставе. В донесениях говорится о коррупции, однако обвинение пока не подтверждено фактами. Замечание. Местная династия Торм – давние последователи культа Селуны, однако доходят слухи, что анклав служителей Шар начал активные действия. Расследовать и доложить. Подпись «Великий герцог Элтан».
Climbing up the tree and
Oh, hi.
You wish to speak? He is? Then I must see him. Insensible or not, he knows something. I will go to see him at once. Join me when you can.
You know, I feel a connection between us. Like we're two souls walking the same path. You might be a little naive in the ways of the world, but I see promise in you. Ambition. Just that you have a big heart. You like doing what's right. So I was thinking, what would be the right thing to do when we get to Moonrise Towers? When we come face to face with whoever is controlling the parasites in our heads? Gods! Try to think outside the box just a little. Consider the parasites in our skulls, and think how many others have the mind flayers infected. Hundreds. Thousands. And they're not just goblin trash. There are powerful people in the worm's thrall. Whoever's waiting for us at Moonrise Towers controls it all. But if we can take that control from them, imagine the power we'd wield. That's just the thing. If we control the parasites, then we can order them not to change us. All the power, with none of the tentacles. I'm just saying, there's an opportunity here. If we can control the tadpoles, we can keep ourselves safe. And liberate the world from this evil. So much for thinking you had ambition. Still, we're not there yet. Maybe you'll see the light. Yet.
I was hoping you'd come to chat. What do you need? Difficult to say. A fellow servant of the Night Singer would surely be an ally to me under most circumstances. But something doesn't add up. I'll need to see where his allegiances truly lie.
Tell me, what can I do for you?
Well met. Then we know our mission. All roads converge at moonrise. I was 11 when the Councillor spotted and slayed an assassin who stalked father from the shadows. I was 13 when she brought word of a goblin warband advancing on Rivington. Her keen scouting saved 100 lives that day. The Councillor's loyalty to my father is beyond question. She's as steady as Tyr's heartbeat, as upstanding as the Sword Mountains. Father's at Moonrise Towers, and we need to save him. They want violence, they want control, they want Baldur's Gate. Who better than Grand Duke Ravengard to surrender it? Who better than the commander of the Flaming Fist to dismantle its defenses? They will infect him, and the city's guardian will become its ruin, unless we put a stop to it. We can't and we won't. The shadows be damned.
Greetings.
Hey, you.
Stayed interesting.
And you and me are climbing up a tree.
It's true then. He's met Daniel. There's no other way he'd know that name. This is just what we needed. Well done. We need to wake him. He must know something about where to find Daniel. If he was able to escape the Shadowfell, then it mustn't have managed to consume his spirit. Well, not all of it anyway. We need to unlock whatever's left of him, inside his head. There must be something to trigger him. A word, a memory, an item. We just need to find it. Without Daniel, no. And I don't know how I can find him without speaking to this man. I don't deserve you, my friend. Has he shown any sign of coming to his senses?
None. His wits have departed him, I fear.
Do not give up hope just yet. Hail, Art. Can you hear me?
We've tried that. Nothing.
1. Свидетельство орфиста. Последний бой Китерика Торма, избранника Шар. Дальнейший текст описывает битву между приверженцами Китерика Торма и магической армией орфистов. Я не знаю, что за магическую силу темные юстициары призвали в наше измерение. Но если эта сила происходит из плетения, то да будет она проклята навеки. 3 дня штурмовали мы башни. 3 дня их черные стрелы косили наших бойцов. А на 3-й день, когда приспешники Китерика дрогнули, он сам вступил в бой. Здесь описывается богатая история реки Чантар. Рассказывается, что она протекала через полдюжины поселений, и со временем вырастали все новые и новые. Книга рисует картину, которая не меняется уже 100 лет. Баржа скользит по оранжевой воде под ярким осенним небом, и от баржи пахнет бочковым вином, соленой свининой, будоражащими дух специями попроще, вроде розмарина, который, конечно, ароматный, но не будоражит. А на берегу бегают босоногие дети и машут ухмыляющимся потным матросам, играя среди речных камышей. Тем, кто ищет великого герцога, наш отряд огненных кулаков возвращается во врата Балдура за подкреплением. Мы выяснили, что за похищением герцога Рейвенгарда стоит культ Абсолют, и что лунные башни являются их штаб-квартирой. Однако же нас слишком мало, чтобы идти на штурм. По возвращении в город я буду настаивать на немедленном формировании экспедиционного корпуса, возглавляемого нашими новыми стальными стражами. Пока же продолжайте поиски, на случай, если мы ошиблись. Крепитесь, помощь уже в пути. Советница Флорик.
He's lucky to have you watching over him. Thank you.
Patrols report more activity among the cultists, Mom. Preparing to march, I wager.
The last light in does not permit the bearing of arms. For the safety of all patrons, please leave your weapons at the door.
Your job is to serve drink, you little devil.
Take it easy while you can. We'll keep the watch.
Эта искусно пошитая мантия способна защитить вас от стихии, а вот от удара мечом нет. С тех пор, как я вернулась, во мне есть грязь. Я чувствую ее в легких. Я не могу ее вывести, она никогда не уйдет. Это смердящая во мне смерть. Есть вещи, которые не может исцелить даже лунная дева. Есть вещи, которые она никогда не примет в своих посвященных. Мне не надо было возвращаться. Небольшая посеребренная подвеска, такие носили почитатели Селуна. Украшена 7 иолитами, синими самоцветами, используемыми для морской навигации.
Elminster's not around, so might as well.
No time to rest. Light on my feet.
A bust of Ketheric Thorm as he once was, a devotee of Selûne.
Nothing.
Hiding.
I didn't realize I had an audience. The true soul who's going to save us all. I'm Isabel. Pleased to meet you. Small inn. We've been waiting, hoping against hope, for someone like you. Free from the Absolute's influence, yet able to walk among cultists. It's almost too good to be true. But I'd be a poor cleric indeed not to avail of a blessing when I see one. Let me guess. Jaheira sent you to beg a protection spell off her favorite cleric.
It hurts.
Perfect. It'll make you immune to the lesser effects of the Shadow Curse, which will get you closer to the towers. But there are places it won't help. Places where the curse is darker, stronger. The cultists are able to traverse even the deepest shadows, though. I don't know how. The Harpers are trying to figure it out.
Selûnite magic. Dark Lady, forgive me.
Good nose. Like a nasty little terrier. Ketheric is a frightening man. But you have something he doesn't. Allies worth having. While you're busy in the towers, I'll be sure to... Wait. Do you hear that? Something's wrong.